it's Trisha the Knitting Lady. I don't know if you can see them. They're technically hair claws. They're in the shape of a butterfly. And I bought them off Amazon to use with shawls. It's one of the ladies who has her own YouTube channel, Christine Amda. She always uses these with her shawls, so I got some. Because I don't wear half the shawls I make because I'm klutzy, they fall off my shoulders, so now I have something to catch the ends with. Pretty, huh? Not expensive either. And look at this cooler I bought. It's 60 quarts. It's called Igloo. I got on Amazon for $26.88. You can wheel it. It'll be great when I go on my road trips because I always bring something to drink and food. My son's coming down for Christmas and we'll take a road trip up to Asheville if the weather cooperates. And we'll bring some food and drinks. He and I drink a lot of water, so I always like to bring water with me. Not bad, huh? Okay, take two. I had taped something, I didn't like it. I was going on too much. It's too late at night. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. And I still have to do some work, so I want to get this done and upload it. And I had trivia. Aren't you excited? Anyway, this is a little fact of the day. We take more pictures in 2 minutes than were taken in the entire 19th century. Of course, I don't remember when the camera was invented. You know, early cameras, it was such a hassle operating them. It took so long. That was work in itself. I remember seeing photos of the Civil War. It's amazing how they got those photos. Birth date. They had other birth dates, but I didn't recognize any of these people. I mean, I'm getting older. I don't even know. I don't know a lot of the new celebrities. You know, this is what happens when you get old. You don't know anybody. Anyway, Ryan White was born on this day in 1971. Unfortunately, he died in 1990. And I don't know if you remember the Ryan White story. He had received a blood transfusion. I forget the whole story, how he wound up getting a blood transfusion, but he contracted AIDS. In the early days when they didn't even understand what was going on with AIDS. And they used to think you could get AIDS by just being near somebody. He wasn't allowed to go to school. He wound up being helped by Elton John. Unfortunately, they didn't have the drugs back then. They do now, and he died. I always remember that because I knew someone who died of AIDS. Not from drugs. I did know people who died from AIDS from drugs, unfortunately. But they were in a terrible car accident and contracted AIDS and died from it. Nowadays, you have drugs that helps you somewhat. So enough about that. It was a terrible disease. I remember visiting people in the hospital who were dying from AIDS, and it's not a pretty sight, that's for sure. Anyway, on this day in 1884, now they're clutching at straws here. December 6, 1884, the completion of the Washington Monument. It was briefly the world's tallest man-made sculpture. It stood at 555 feet. For 5 years, it was the world's tallest man-made structure. See, I told you, I still can't talk. until the Eiffel Tower was built. And that took away the honors in 1889. It was damaged by an earthquake. The Washington Monument was damaged by an earthquake in 2011. I remember when that happened. I was not living in the East Coast at the time, but I remember friends of mine, because, you know, I originally come from New York City metropolitan area. They called me up and said, oh my goodness, we had an earthquake. Wow. But they repaired it, and the Washington Monument is fine now. And that's about it. I have to go back to cleaning up too, because I did some food shopping before and got some lamb chops. I love lamb. Not everybody likes it. I mean, it's an acquired taste, but I grew up eating lamb. So I'm thinking, I forgot to ask my son when we were on the phone if he wanted me to make lamb when he comes down. But that can wait. It's not emergency. But if so, I'll go back and get some more lamb and save it for when he comes down. So everybody have a good night. And the yarn that I'm giving away, I'm keeping it open till Thursday. See who else wants to enter the drawing for it. If not, whoever's there now has a better chance. There will be more giveaways because I have more yarn. So everybody have a good night and take care.